August 5, 2019. Almost 3 months ago, the central government abrogated Article 370 from the state of Jammu and Kashmir. It bifurcated the state into two union territories, one being Jammu and Kashmir and the other being Ladakh. Now, ahead of this major announcement, a communication blockade was put into place. Political leaders were either detained or put under house arrest. Telephone lines, landlines, mobile phones were cut. The internet was banned. This abrogation of Article 370 and reorganization of the state into two union territories had a widespread impact on several facets of life in the valley, including the economy. Now, 3 months later, the government says that it has fully lifted up the curfew, but several parts of the valley are still not coping up to the new reality. Shops are mostly shut. Some reports say that there is a self-imposed civilian curfew in place. Meanwhile, the Jammu and Kashmir region witnessed 3 militant attacks in the last few days. Now, all of this is impacting the business on the ground. But let us first know some facts about Kashmir's economy. In 2018-19, Jammu and Kashmir had registered 11.7% growth rate in its gross state domestic product, that is GSDP, which grew to rupees 1.57 lakh crores, which is advanced estimate as per the state government's data. In the recent years, Jammu and Kashmir had sustained its economy on grant-in-aids from the centre, which usually form at least half or more of the total revenue receipts of the state. In 2018-19, the Jammu and Kashmir government had laid down a budget estimate of rupees 34,330 crores as grant-in-aid. Now, this amounted to over 53% of rupees 64,269 crore estimated total revenue for this period. Jammu and Kashmir's economy is based mainly on services and agriculture. The key industries of the state are tourism, handicraft, sericulture, handloom, horticulture, food processing and agriculture. However, the economic survey of Jammu and Kashmir showed that the state has spent only 0.9% of its GSDP on the industries. The state's manufacturing activity remains restricted to agricultural products and handicrafts. The Jammu and Kashmir saw the highest monthly average employment rate of 15% between January 2016 and July 2019. This is a double than the nationwide figure of 6.4%. The number of tourists had already fallen by 41.5% in the last 5 years since 2012 in Jammu and Kashmir. Now, although Kashmir's poverty levels are half the national average, per capita income stands at $1,333, which is lower than the national average of $1,778. Kashmir received only 390 million rupees, that is $5.5 million in foreign direct investment between April 2000 to March 2019, the lowest among Indian states according to the Trade Ministry data. Now, all of this was before Article 370 was abrogated. Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh were not bifurcated then. The bifurcation may also have implication on the economy. The apple traders in Kashmir were attacked. Migrant laborers were attacked. To understand what is the ground sentiment in Kashmir right now if businesses are operating normally, we talked to Mr. Sheikh Ashik, who is president of Kashmir Chamber of Commerce.
See, on ground situation is totally different what it appears from a distance. Like, exactly before this, abrogation of Article 370, advisory came from the state government that time that every tourist and yatris are advised to leave. And it was immediately followed with a clampdown with curfew, restrictions, everything closed down. With the result, no moment was there. When there is no moment, you cannot think, forget about doing business. You cannot, do actually anything. So it was complete clampdown was there, and we are not still out of restrictions. You never know when there is restriction, when there is not restriction in certain areas. So number two, there is still a restriction on internet, which is they are now slowly going to open. This is what one of the official conveyed. Rest I don't know when they are going to do it. But mobile internet, prepaid phones, these are all still restricted. So we have started from this thing, and I feel every sector has been, affected by this clampdown, and then there was a spontaneous reaction that nobody opened shop after the restrictions were, taken off. Tourism was the first victim when this clampdown and advisory was there from the government. So it had a direct impact on tourism. Then definitely transport is related. Transport was affected and still is with off the road. Then you come out of tourism and transport. It is our export-oriented industry, carpet industry, Kashmir, handmade silk carpet industry, and then handicrafts. There is internet gag going on, and due to which they couldn't get orders for export. These orders were expected to be completed by New Year and Christmas, but unfortunately, this internet, due to internet gag, they couldn't get orders. With the result, more than 50,000 weavers and artisans got jobless. Okay, so tourism and transport, more than 1 lakh people jobless, because there is no zero occupancy in hotels. Restaurant people, more than 300 restaurants are registered in whole Kashmir region, and they're all jobless. Forget about the employees, even the owner is jobless. Honestly speaking, as of now, it is like the way it is going. We don't never know what is going next, what exactly is going to happen. Because as you are witness to things, our businesses are suffering at the moment. I have conveyed to the different sources, pro media also, that we always welcome foreign investments. Being the chamber, we always, we aspire to get foreign investments in J&K. But the present businesses, at the same time, we have to save them. They are on the deathbed. So I can, say with authority, they are bleeding. Name the sector which has not affected. Just name. See, our IT industry, information technology industry, our it was an upcoming sector. New generation was going into it. A lot of young boys and girls were working, but unfortunately, they are jobless. See, agriculture being I think this horticulture is our, the major share of our GDP of J&K is by horticulture, mostly apple in this. So we want that apple trade should happen, and no killings. Nobody in the whole world will justify any killing in the world. So I think any innocent killing is condemnable. But at the same time, we want this, every activity should not be politicized at all, because businesses and politics should be kept apart from each other. So I want personally that whatever we are doing, that businesses should be kept out of it. More than 50 companies have sent EOI, expression of interest. Okay. So what we are expecting, they have sent to our state government, to state administration, what now state or UT administration, and they have desired that they want to invest in J&K, but due to my knowledge, these are with certain conditions, like they want tax holiday and with several other benefits. But here we want to see, being the business leader of Kashmir, we want to see how the preference is given to outsiders, and at the same time locals have not been given any land, because there is land availability is almost, we have a very limited land availability at the time. So government at most of the time used to say our young entrepreneurs that we don't have land availability because of 50 to 60% of our land is occupied by forests. It's a forest land. So they have always shortage of land, industrial lands. So let's see now in coming days what preferences and who is getting preference. So these need to be seen, on the ground. See, honestly speaking, as of now, we don't see anything on ground. To my knowledge and to my information, there is no surge and no decline. But there is hardly, any business activity. When there is business activity, then you will find another related industry, that is real estate, construction. So these are the things which can be discussed later. But right now, I think, as I told you, all businesses, be it industry, be it everything. So my opinion is like government should take proactive stance, because they have been very proactive while giving advisories, while putting clamp down. They should now see on their own. They have their own machinery, they have their own setup, and they should see how things will go.
Well, that's about Kashmir, but the ground situation in Jammu is not very different as well. Well, we also spoke to traders from Jammu and they had a different opinion on it. They said that for national security and for nation's development, they are ready to sacrifice their business.
सर 370 जब से हटा है और जो 3 महीने निकले हैं पीछे, काफ़ी टूरिस्ट भी काम आया है, तो इतने में कितना असर पड़ा है ट्रेड पर?
देखिए सर, जब भी कोई नई चीज़ लागू होती है, कोई भी नया रिफॉर्म आता है या कानून बनता है, उसको लगने में थोड़ा सा टाइम लगता है. हाँ, ये डेफिनेटली ज़रूर है कि काम का फ़र्क पड़ा है. थोड़ा कश्मीर में भी जैसे अभी सब कुछ बंद है, तो ट्रेडिंग हमारी मोस्टली जम्मू वालों की कश्मीरीज़ के साथ ही है, तो उससे काम में तो इफ़ेक्ट है. बट वी होप कि जल्द से जल्द सब कुछ बैलेंस हो जाए, एक अपनी लाइन पे आ जाए, एक ठीक डायरेक्ट दिशा में चले जाएं, जिससे देश का भी भला हो और स्टेट्स में रहने वालों का भी भला हो.
बिज़नेस को भी और लोगों को भी थोड़ा थोड़ा तो रहेगा, लेकिन जिस हिसाब से देश के साथ चलना है तो थोड़ा सा करना पड़ेगा सेक्रीफाइस. बिज़नेस में भी और काम में भी आता ही रहेगा, थोड़ा बहुत अप डाउन तो चलता रहना है, लेकिन हम चाहते हैं कि देश आगे बढ़े.
देखिए जी, 370 हटने के बाद हमारे जम्मू के प्रदेश में, जम्मू प्रांत में कोई इफेक्ट नहीं आया इसका. अदरवाइज़ देखा जाए तो मार्केट वैसे टोटली स्लम्प है, जनरल मार्केट स्लम्प है. ऐसा कोई है नहीं कि 370 के कारण मार्केट स्लम्प हुई है. बाकी दिवाली का फेस्टिवल सीज़न था, उसमें मार्केट अच्छी रही है. हर व्यापारी ने काम किया है, दिन दुगनी रात चौगनी तरक्की कर रहे हैं. बाकी 370 से आप कहेंगे कि कोई ख़त्म होने के कारण हमारे जम्मू पे व्यापार पे फ़र्क पड़ा है. कोई व्यापार पे कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ा.
PM Modi on Independence Day had said, and he says that very often, that Article 370 and Article 35A were the hurdles in the region's path to development. He had said that now he has abrogated Article 370, the hurdles are no more jobs, more investment can come to Jammu and Kashmir. The state had planned an investment summit too, which has been pushed to 2020. But will all of this help bring investment and jobs to the valley as PM claims? Well, one thing is for sure, Kashmir is at a cusp of massive change. More than a month-long ban and curfew has impacted the trade and businesses in the region. Unless there is stability and sense of security, investment will not flow in and businesses will not flourish. Economy will not be able to go back to normal. Do let us know what you think in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in. Now you can also download our HW News app on your Android Play Store and Apple Store. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter for more such stories.